In this video, I want to demonstrate the Create Complex Terrain Model and Open Roads Designer Connect Edition. So in this file, I have some existing terrain models that I've brought in. So I've got a terrain model called Ground, and it's my existing surface. And then I've got some proposed surfaces that I created terrain models for, and I've named those Main Road, Building, Entrance Road, Parking, and Pond. And you can see the outlines here. In the 3D view, you can also see as well them shaded and what they look like. And then of course the triangle view and view 2. Now I want to take all these surfaces and make them into one complex terrain model. So from my terrain model pull down menu, or terrain model menu, I'm going to come here under additional methods, and I'm going to select Create Complex Terrain Model. That will bring up the Create Complex Terrain Model dialog. As you can see on the left, it's got the list of my terrain models that are in this file. On the right is where I'm going to add them into a list to process for a complex terrain model. And here I'm going to choose each one as I add it what I want to do as far as merge or append to the surface. And then finally I would set a feature definition for the overall complex terrain model surface, and then I would be able to process it. So the first thing I want to do is bring my ground over. So I'm going to start with my ground, and that's going to be my primary surface. So everything's going to merge or append, if you will, to that. Next thing I'm going to do is bring my main road over, and I want to choose the method. So I'm going to say I want to merge it with the ground. So and you can see here merge. And next I'm going to bring my entrance road. I'm going to merge that. And then I'm going to bring my parking lot, and then my building and my pond. I'll assign it a feature definition. From my current list, I'm going to choose Propose Contours and Triangles, and then I'll call this a complex site model. So that's the name of my new surface. So when I'm done, I hit Finish. It'll process those, and it'll create the surface here and show it in my Explorer. So I've got a complex site model. And you can see here it's triangulated it and it's contoured it based on my feature definition. So I can see in areas where the two purple lines, that means there was overlap. You can see how based on the way that I merged them and the order in which I did, it's kind of a nice smooth intersection. So for example, I want to change that. Maybe it didn't look right, or I want to test a different order. I can come here under the complex terrain model, complex site model, right click and say edit complex terrain model. That will bring up this particular complex terrain model and its list. And so for example, I've got my entrance road and my parking lot, and in the list my entrance road comes in first, then my parking lot. What would happen if I were to switch the order? Click apply. You can see the change there, and of course it shows in 3D as well. So you can see that the order in which they get merged matters, and so one usually needs to come in first before the other, depending on how you created those surfaces. So we'll go back and reset that back. I'm going to take the parking lot and move it down below the entrance road. It's still set to merge. Click apply and it'll move it back. Other areas might be, you can see here the entrance road slopes are being they're being overwritten by the building. But what if I were to move the building in the list and move it up here to above it? Click apply. You can see how Now that doesn't quite look right, and now my entrance road is affecting my building area. So just an example of how things matter in the list. So let me move that back. And clean that up. So once you have the complex tree model, you can do whatever you need, and it functions just like any other terrain model in that case. And you can edit it with the edit tool. You can set it active, you can export it, and so forth.